True hi-fi doesn't have to cost a fortune. Whether you're just starting in hi-fi or you simply want great sound without spending a ton, it really is possible to build an audio system that sounds great and stays on budget. Dan here from Audio Geeks in San Antonio, Texas. Today we're taking a look at the Cambridge AX series of hi-fi components. The AX series sits at the foundation of Cambridge Audio's lineup, but don't think of it as entry-level. Every Cambridge product begins with a simple idea. Make music sound as close to the original performance as possible, and the AX series is no exception. Each component focuses on the essentials: pure signal paths, solid power supplies, and quality construction. The result? Sound that feels effortless and musical. What I love about the AX range is that you can start with the basics. Think only pay for what you need, then add components a step at a time, or not. And there is a natural step-up path if you choose to go that direction. Either way, the AX series is true Cambridge audio quality at very affordable prices. Let's take a look at the AX series models we offer here at Audio Geeks. First up is the AXA35 Integrated Amplifier. This is a Class AB design with a toroidal transformer, technology found in higher-end Cambridge amplifiers. At 35 watts per channel, there is sufficient power to drive most bookshelf or floor-standing speakers. Now, will it fill a super large room with rock concert volume levels? Probably not. But in modest-sized rooms, paired with even semi-efficient loudspeakers, this amplifier has plenty of oomph. On the rear panel, there are 4 analog stereo inputs, plus a phono stage for movie magnet cartridges. On the front panel, you'll find a 3.5mm input, so there's no shortage of source inputs. So we return to the rear panel, where we find record out jacks and a 5-volt USB socket. There's a pair of quality multi-way binding posts for connecting your loudspeakers, and a front panel 1/4-inch headphone jack fills out a very complete input-output package. No, there is no internal DAC, but the matching AX series CD player and the streamer have their own built-in DACs. So in my opinion, this is not a miss. It keeps the AXA35 that more affordable. And of course, the AXA35 includes a remote control, which will control the other AX series components. But how does the AXA35 sound? It delivers the British sound for which Cambridge Audio is known. It's warm, it's balanced, it's analog, just natural, and definitely not overtly sterile, as can be the case with so many Class D amplifiers at this price point. This amp just does what it's supposed to do and stays out of the way of the music. At Audio Geeks, we've paired the AXA35 with a number of loudspeakers, including the Fine Audio F302 and F303 floor standers, as well as Sonus Faber Lumina series. Honestly, the Cambridge AXA35 with a pair of Lumina 2 amateurs is magic. It's remarkable how good a system one can create based around this modest amplifier. For CD lovers, and yes, I'm one of them, there is the AXC35. It's funny, I get asked a lot, who buys CD players anymore? Well, people that have CD collections, of course. And you can find CDs cheap at market day events, swap meets, Facebook, Marketplace, and unless they're damaged, they sound exactly the same as the day they were born, kind of unlike used records. And there's nothing wrong with 16-bit 44.1. So got a little off track there. Let's get back to the AXC35. There's nothing complicated here. The AXC35 is a pure CD player with a built-in Wolfson DAC. The transport is solid and quiet, and the connections are simple. Stereo analog outputs and a coax digital out. Now, when used with the AXA35, you simply connect with the analog outputs using the DAC built into the CD player. But if using the AXC35 with, say, a Cambridge CX or even the new EX amplifier, the digital connection takes advantage of the higher performance ESS Saber DAC in those models. The AXC35, of course, ships with a remote control and can be controlled by Cambridge Unified remotes that are included with the AXA35 or other Cambridge integrated amplifiers. So can you spend more money on a CD player? Of course you can. But at its price point, the AXC35 is a true bargain. Before we get to the AX series streamer, let's talk a little bit about Stream Magic. It's funny how folks can get wound up about control apps, but in my opinion, Stream Magic is one of the best. It's intuitive, not overly complicated, and addresses the essentials. It's easy to connect to your network. It has AirPlay and Chromecast, and an array of streaming services. Personally, I like that through the app, you can choose the sources to be activated, keeping the dashboard uncluttered. Presets are easy, they're well placed. Swiping left and right for volume, playlist, and search is so easy. Oh, and there's a power on/off button right in the app. My goodness. Any app is easy to use so long as you know how to use it. The learning curve for Stream Magic is super easy, and honestly, the Stream Magic app itself was a deciding factor when I changed out the system in my own home. On to the AX series streamer. The AX10 is the full width version of its compact partner, the MX10. The lines are clean, there's no front display here, and as there is no screen, all control is with the Stream Magic app on a phone or tablet. Network connection is either wired Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Outputs include analog as well as digital, both coax and optical. The AX10 utilizes an ESS Sabre DAC. There's a USB socket to connect a storage device. Nice if you've ripped your CD or vinyl collection. Loads of digital formats are supported, up to 768 kHz, 32-bit PCM, up to DSD 512. You'll have access to all the streaming services, Kobo's, Tidal, Spotify Connect, and now Amazon Music. AirPlay and Chromecast are both supported, plus thousands of internet radio stations such as Radio Paradise, Radio Swiss Jazz, the entire range of BBC stations. There are 4 presets on the front panel and more in the Stream Magic app. Oh, almost forgot, Bluetooth 5.0 wireless streaming as well. There's no HDMI connection here, and for some, that may seem like a miss. But for most folks, considering the AXN10 as a music streamer, this is not going to be a deal breaker, especially at this price point. Like the AXC35 player, the AX10 does what it's supposed to do at a reasonable price point, and it sounds great doing it. I mean, it's Cambridge through and through. And finally, we come to the AXR100 stereo receiver. It's the larger of the 2 Cambridge receivers, delivering more power with 100 watts per channel at 8 ohms. As with the AXA35, this is a Class AB design with toroidal transformer, not Class D. The AXR100 has A and B speaker outputs, offering connection to a second room or even bi-wiring. It may sound odd at this price point, but I have listened to the AXR100 bi-wired with an entry-level pair of fine audio F303 floor standers, and there is an improvement in low-end definition, channel separation, and stage depth. It was subtle, but still it made a difference at just the cost of a second pair of speaker wires. The AXR100 has a wide range of inputs, including an integrated phono stage for moving magnet, Bluetooth receiver, an actual AM/FM stereo tuner of all things, analog and digital inputs, both coax and optical, to feed the internal DAC. On the output side, there's a subwoofer output and a pair of stereo record out jacks. And on the front, you have a 1/4-inch headphone jack. The AXR100 offers tone controls for both treble and bass, plus balance. Very old school features in a modern receiver. In my opinion, the Cambridge AXR100 is one of the best values in the 2-channel audio world. Class AB design that sounds warm and round, definitely not digital. It's more like I grew up with in a previous century, but newer features like Bluetooth and an internal DAC. When folks come to Audio Geeks looking to build a great sounding 2-channel audio system on a budget, the AXR100 is a go-to. If you're looking for something with HDMI or home theater, this is not the right direction. But for traditional 2-channel audio at a reasonable price, it's awesome. All AX series models are solidly built, metal cabinets, hefty power supplies, quality connections, and function buttons. They just feel solid. Can you spend more? Of course you can. But if you want great sound for a great price, the Cambridge AX series is serious bang for the buck. And it's real hi-fi. It's not a compromise. That's my take. Let us know your thoughts, and if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our newsletter for product updates and subscriber-only sale events. I'm Dan from Audio Geeks, and thanks for watching.